Hey, what's good, BT Gang? And we back with another banger, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. I'm BT. Welcome to BT. Hey, your boy. You know what I mean? I've been getting right, bro. I mean, I've always been right, but now I'm really right. You know what I mean? I had to flex on y'all for a little bit. Welcome back to the channel, man. I got my top 5 most worn fragrances of November. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's having a great holiday season. I hope all my cologne addicts out there did not go too crazy on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But like I said before, y'all, we're talking about our top 5 most worn fragrances in November. I know it's December already, but I got to get this video out for y'all, my people, man. I wore these fragrances the most. So without further ado, without wasting y'all time, let's go ahead and get started, man. So at number 5, this is something I really enjoyed wearing this month, and it's one of my newer pickups. This is Lattafa's Khamrah, but not the regular. As you can see, this is the Qahwa. This is that Qahwa. It has that same sweet, like cinnamon dates. I forgot what else is in it. It's just a sweet, sweet fragrance. But of course, this Qahwa has this added like coffee note on the top. Now, I will say this fragrance, in my opinion, is not really like multi-dimensional. It does have a little bit of coffee on the top, but for the most part, from what I hear, I think it's very, very similar to the regular Khamrah, which is not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like this is just Khamrah with a little bit of a cherry on top. You know what I mean? I feel like this goes a little bit more in that masculine realm. I think the original Khamrah is a little, it's pushing that line. Like it's pushing that unisex line very, very firmly, walking that line tight. But this brings it in more of a masculine feel, but it's still Khamrah at the end of the day. But I love the way this stuff smells. Like when I picture this, when I'm wearing this, when I've gotten the feedback, people just like it's like one of those fragrances that you just walk in a room and it announces your presence. Like you're not gonna have to talk when you walk into a room, or when somebody walks into your room, they're gonna smell you, and it's gonna be like really, really prominent. And I was using like 4 sprays on average with this, and I was still getting like people were really, really like intrigued, and they understood that this is a beast fragrance. So yeah, everybody kept getting whiffs of it. Everybody kept asking about it, and that's why I wore it. One 5 of the most fragrances that I wore this month, because it was just so good. I enjoyed wearing it. It was relatively safe. Like I was really scared, because not scared, but I was really weary about the fact that a lot of people say this can like come off as harsh and be a little bit too sweet. But all the feedback I got about this fragrance has been positive. So one thing I will say is be careful with the trigger. This stuff is nuclear. Like I said, I was using 4 sprays and it was more than enough. Like it could have went for 12, 14 hours, it seemed like. I do shower at the 8 to 9 hour mark typically. So, but if you really, really want to, bro, this can be like a all day fragrance, like all day. But Lattafa Qahwa, really, really good stuff. I know it's a little bit of an oldie at this point. I just copped it this past month. Did not regret it whatsoever, man. So Lattafa Qahwa. I love the way that stuff smells, man. I might put it on tonight. You know what I mean? I might put it on the, you know what I mean? You know. All right, number 4. This is something that I kind of like had to come around to, because the initial spray was not what I envisioned, because it's an inspiration fragrance. Now this is Haramain's Amber Oud Tobacco Edition. Now this is coming after that Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. Yeah, Tobacco Vanille. Now I'm not gonna say problem, because it's a good fragrance on its own. But my big like if about it was, why does it smell like such a strong clove up front? Like, why am I getting this strong clove chai smell up front? And I was like, that's what I was thinking in my head this whole time. But as it dries down, y'all, I'm telling you, you get more deep into that tobacco vanille DNA, man. It's really, really there. It really, really comes out, especially if you let this maturate, whatever the word is. I'm not going to get into that right now. But once this thing matures, once this thing dries down, that's where you get that tobacco vanille. And I think a problem a lot of people have with this, if you look on Fragnatica, if you look on YouTube, if you look on TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, we're going to be there very soon, y'all, so stay tuned. But people just judge this by the opening in the first couple minutes. If you just let this sit and do its thing and actually be able to develop and get to that dry down, you're going to have tobacco vanille. And another thing with this is, just like Lattafa Khamrah, this stuff is really, really strong, man. So you don't have to use as many sprays. It has that dark, like, I hit my mic. So, headphone users, I apologize. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah. It has that dark juice color. which is very prone to, a lot of strong fragrances have that juice color. So yeah, this stuff is very, very strong. My only advice is just to let this dry down. Don't judge it first, first couple minutes. Let it dry down. This thing is perfect for this time of year too. This is like, it gives me Christmas vibes. You get a little bit of cinnamon, ginger, that tobacco, vanilla sweetness. This is really, really good for this time of year, man. So if you're still looking for a tobacco vanilla inspiration, you want something high quality, you're willing to deal with a little bit of a different twist in the opening and just you're willing to let it dry down. I don't know. I know Fragrance Row has one, obviously. I know Tobacco Touch is out there. Tobacco Chulo from another house is out there. There's so many inspirations at this point. But I went ahead with this one, and I haven't been disappointed at all, man. So this is Haramain's Amber Oud Tobacco Edition. Really, really good stuff. All right, number 3. So whenever I had something to do, whenever I had a social event to go to on the weekends, whenever I'm going out at night, I've been using this particular fragrance, and I've been spamming it. This one is the Azzaro, the Most Wanted EDP Intense. We're not going to go through all of the names. The names are so similar. My bottle getting a little light, ain't it? That's how you know I've been spamming it. But this is Azzaro, the Most Wanted Intense. Every time I come to the well to drink water for this fragrance, it gives me fresh water. It gives me a great experience. It gives me attention. It gives me compliments. And it's not talked about because everybody talks about the Most Wanted or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, the brown one. Everybody talks about that one. But I'm telling y'all, man, whenever I wear this, and I've been doing a better job of not ignoring it and not just pushing it away and, just throwing it in the back and forgetting about it. I've been wearing this consistently. I think I've worn this at least, I want to say once a week, maybe even twice a week. And for the size of my collection, that's pretty significant. I've went out my way sometimes twice a week to put this on, especially if I'm going out at night and I'm going to a social occasion. I'm hanging out with my friends, grabbing a drink or two, having a good time. I've been wearing this stuff, and it did great. It did great. It performed. It lasted long. It smelled sweet. It was fun. It was inviting. It just has a nice cardamom touch to it. The fizzy opening is beautiful. It's just a toffee sweet smell, but it's so nice. It's not overbearingly sweet. It's masculine, so you don't got to worry about that for all my fellas. I know y'all be getting on me. This is feminine. This is masculine. At least it should be. I hope it is, for my credibility's sake. But I like this stuff a lot. I can't say enough. When I first got this, I liked it, but it didn't get any playtime for me. Like sometimes, you just gotta, ride the bench for a year and then you become a superstar. This is my Patrick Mahomes, He had to sit back, learn. He had to watch the Club de Nuit Intense Mans. He had to watch the the Amber Oud Exclusive Blue. He had to watch those. You know what I mean? He had to watch Dior Sauvage. You know what I mean? He had to watch them. He had to get experience. He had to learn how to be a professional, learn how to win. And now he's winning every single week for me whenever I call his number. So Azzaro, the Most Wanted Intense, man. This stuff is really, really good. Do not sleep. I'm pretty sure the other Azzaro is very, very nice. But I'm just telling you, if you have room, if you're not closed-minded and you have room to grow, don't forget about this bad boy. All right, that's Azzaro, the Most Wanted EDP Intense. All right, y'all. This has really been heavy in my. I wore this on Thanksgiving, by the way. This has been heavy in my rotation. This is Alexandria's Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. If y'all don't know what this is by now, I don't know where y'all been. I'm trying to angle it right. Yeah. So this is Killian's Angel Share from Alexandria. Now, I know there's so many Angel Share inspirations. Listen, I've already doubled down on this one. It's more than good, in my opinion. It lasts all freaking day. It's an Extrait de Parfum. It smells extremely close. I can't say anything bad about this, bro. I doubled up on this for a reason. It's just that Angel Share DNA just makes you weak. It makes you weak. It makes you weak. I don't know if it does this to anybody. It just makes you weak. It's just like I don't know, the sweetness, the vanilla-ness, the cinnamon is just done perfectly. Rum is there, but it's not all in your face. This is just beautiful, man. This is Angel Share. If y'all know anything about Angel Share, man, like I that's the thing. I don't even have to describe this because y'all already know what Angel Share can do, what Angel Share is capable of. Every time I mention this fragrance, I tell y'all, if you got a partner, just get another bottle, okay? Or get the big one. Because this is his or hers, bro. This is just not going to be yours, sis. This is not going to be yours, bro. Y'all going to have to share this. That's how good this stuff is. This is, when when the time comes, I'm gonna have to hide this one. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna have access to this. I'm okay for now, but like this is, I'm telling you, this gonna start some fights in the house. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? But that's a good problem to have in my opinion, because this stuff is just so delicious, man. It's so smooth, it's sweet, it's perfectly sweet. It's not too sweet. It's long lasting. It's seductive. It's just gonna turn the head. It's like one of those. It makes you like sit back in your seat and go like, whoa, I wasn't ready for that. But it doesn't matter if you're ready or not, because it's gonna come for you. You feel me? But this is Alexandria's Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Ever since I bought this stuff, I've loved it, man. This is really, really good stuff, man. All right, y'all ready for number one? Now, it's something about Armaf, right? Like Armaf just knows what they're doing when it comes to a vintage DNA, right? And normally in this spot, we would have Club de Nuit Intense Man. Y'all know me by now. My GOAT, my I'll say one of my favorites of all time, my GOAT. Probably one of the reasons this channel even exists, if I'm being honest. That probably is the fragrance for me. But times change, seasons change, notes change, new DNA is released. This is still Club de Nuit from Armaf, but this is per show. This is going out after that Creed Absolute Advantage DNA that everybody's all up in arms about, that I was like, this can't be that good, right? And then I finally got this, and I'm like, okay, it is, bro. Now, with this one, it's that Creed Advantage mixed with that Dior Sauvage Elixir, mixed with a little bit of caramel. And it's like, it has that strong wood spice from that elixir, but it still has that birchy Aventus lemon. Not quite lemon. It doesn't have that lemon feel that the EDT has, but it still has a little bit of that Aventus. This stuff is perfect. Like, there hasn't been a lot of perfect fragrances, because I feel like nowadays everybody just rush out flankers just to get them out. Hawas. My fault. This is class work. Now, my biggest concern with this is it being 66 mils. It's not 100 mils. And at the time, I think it was going for like 60 or 70, which seemed like a very steep price, in this like Middle Eastern inspiration world. But in actuality, when you sit down and you think about the amount of sprays you use, you think about the quality you're getting with this bottle, the presentation, the packaging, immaculate stuff, man. And the quality of this juice is just out of this world. I texted my dad right after I did my first impressions. I'm like, Dad, you need to get this one. This is, and he got it. And every time I'm around, I was just around him on Thanksgiving, he had this on, and he was smelling good. I couldn't tell him that to his face. I told him one time, but we went to the Thanksgiving parade here in Philly, and it was just, the wind was blowing out there, and I was like, okay, he got the tip of the cap, he watches BT Sense though, y'all. Maybe y'all should do the same and listen to my, you know what I mean? But nah, it smelled really nice, and yeah, this is that, man. This is that good. I know it's hyped. I know a lot of people talk about it. Don't let that discourage you. Sometimes the hype can push you away, but I promise I will not steer wrong with this one. This is very, very good. This is Club de Nuit per show. Club de Nuit per show. Got a lot of good feedback, a lot of compliments with this bad boy. Do gotta clean my my bottle, you know what I'm saying? But the juice still works just fine, y'all. But yeah, that's my yeah, it looks better now. See, that's my top 5 most worn fragrances in November. I'm looking forward to December. December is the start of winter. So we're going to get into some real deep, sweet, vanillic, oody bad boys very, very soon, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in as always, man. Y'all know what's coming next. Stay blessed. Peace. Love y'all.